What's up? What's going on, fam? How y'all doing out there? Welcome to another edition of Real Talk for Real Men. I am your host, Lee Black, and welcome to another live edition on Wednesday. So, I am happy to be the host. And if this is your first time joining, or if you're a long-time visitor, come spend a little time with us, have a little fun. Don't be afraid to comment. And we have an open invitation here any and at all times. So please pop in, check us out. Don't forget to continue to share the content. And most importantly, subscribe to the channel. YouTube, Facebook, Real Talk for Real Men. And also you can find me as the voice of TFG Ratchet because we are part of the TFG family. So again, check us out. Hit the notification bell so that you can be abreast of all of the content at any and every time. Let me bring in my co-host from Memphis. This is Miss Tasha. What's up, Mick Mac?
What's going on? What's going on?
All right, all right. How you doing this evening?
I'm all right. I'm here.
You always start off saying that. So look, I'll take it for what it's worth. I see we got the super fans joining us. Miss Carol, how you doing, Miss
Carol.
Carol? Good to see you. Good to see you. And I
Mhm.
got Sis in the house from NYC. What's going on, Sis?
What's up, brother? Hi, Tasha.
What's going on,
Yeah.
Sarah?
How are you doing, Sis? You're not in witness protection tonight. What's going on?
I ain't doing good either. I'm here. I got a cold.
Oh, well, I appreciate it, sis, and I'm glad to join. So hopefully you'll have a little bit of laughs with us and feel better. Of course, we'll talk afterwards, no doubt for sure. Miss Carol says, hey to Tasha, and she says, hey
Carol.
to Sherry. So good to
Hi,
see
Miss
you.
Carol.
Yeah, so appreciate that. And my brother from another, Mr.
What's going on,
Kenny
Kenny?
from Kenny Sports Hustle. Good evening, my brother. Appreciate
Ken.
you popping in, checking us out. And so, hey, let's get into it. We don't know. The posters will probably join us because normally if they don't show, they'll let me know usually. And I haven't checked my notifications, but hopefully they'll pop in and
Same.
check us out. If not, it'll just be the three of us having a vibrant conversation. And guess what we're talking about tonight, folks? I always rub my hands together when I want to talk about sex.
Same.
Tonight, we're going to be talking about sexual chemistry. No, seriously, we are going to be talking about sexual chemistry. As Carol says, hey, Kitty. And so we're going to just kind of get into a real cool, quiet conversation, and talk about what sexual chemistry is and what it's all about. Some of us are in relationships and others are not. But hey, the summer is on its way. It's starting to warm up. And
Thank
so,
you.
there's always possibilities on the horizon out there because guess what? We're getting to that weather for you ladies where the fellas are showing up in the gray sweatpants, letting you see what they might have to offer. And I don't know about where you located, but here in the A, these nasty, filthy, no good bitches couldn't wait to shed their clothes. And they already got asses out, titties just bustling out of their turtleneck.
That is plenty already. We don't even need to have the conversation.
I'm just saying, they
Plenty
are
black.
show what they've been hiding all winter long. They don't give a damn about cicadas and nothing else, earthquakes and political campaigns. They are ready. People are coming out and they are ready. So let's get into it. I do want to start out by asking the basic question to you, and
Mhm.
this is to Brother Kenny and Carol watching as well. What is sexual chemistry? What do you define as sexual chemistry?
Compatibility. It's an ease. It is it's also intense. Um I don't know. It's not the same with everybody, of course. Like there's different levels to it. There's different like intensities to it.
Mhm.
So some are on the really, 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 really good side, and then some are just like, oh, you just meet the minimum standards of
Okay.
of sexual chemistry, of compatibility. So
So let me ask, McMac, what makes sexual chemistry for you different than one, just finding somebody attractive, and two, making it lustful? Is there a difference for you
Oh,
than
it's
than
definitely
just so
different.
that's why I wanted to be sure that what makes it sexual chemistry as just simply opposed to I find somebody attractive and hey, I'm lusting after this person. How
No,
does that
that's no, that's what I'm saying. There's different levels to the sexual. There's different to the
so what
chemistry
makes it
of it.
different for you? So what makes it
So
different for you?
you can just barely meet my standards of it's decent. Like I wouldn't mind sleeping with you. You're not my favorite person to sleep with, but you're not one of my favorite people that I would sleep with, if that makes sense. Like
No,
I would
no, no,
sleep with you.
no.
I
Okay.
would sleep with you if the sex is good enough that we vibe. You do enough of what I like that I would
Okay.
sleep with you if there's nobody else around. But you're not just gonna be always just gonna be my first call. That's
Okay.
on the way on the polar side, and this is just me. This is just how I
Okay.
see it.
That's why I want to go
When
there.
it's on the other side of it, it's lustful. It is all of my nastiest and dirty things I can do with you, all my nastiest, dirtiest thoughts I can think about. It involves you. That it's just,
Yours
it's
is
an
a scale.
obsession.
If I'm
It's
hearing
an
you right,
obsession.
yours
Yes,
is a scale. I
it's a
love it.
scale. Yeah.
I love it. I'm coming to you next, sis. Carol says being comfortable and feeling secure with the person. And she says there's a difference. So, Miss Carol, the same question for you. That comfort and security, how do you translate that and define that for you when it comes to sexual chemistry? And while you ponder that, Sherry, for you, what is sexual chemistry?
Just somebody that you have that vibe and you feeling that much that you want to fuck the shit out of them.
Ooh,
Pretty
ooh,
much.
ooh, ooh. Okay, so for you then, if it doesn't meet that standard that you want to fuck the shit out of them, to using your words, is it sexual chemistry if you're just attracted to them?
No, because I mean, a fuck is a fuck. But when I got chemistry with you, that means that we done fucked before. I know how you know how I like it, and I know how you like it, and we can do it together. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I'm interested to hear, and I wanted to have this conversation in all seriousness because I wondered if sexual chemistry is different for men than it is for women. Because I wish I had some other men on this panel to vouch for what I'm about to say, because I guess they feel the same. I think for men in general, we have the capacity to sleep with somebody just because. And I'm not saying women don't do that, but by and large, I do believe that women have to feel something, some level of attraction. Where I think I'm gonna speak for me, I don't necessarily have to be attracted to a woman to sleep with her. So for me, sexual chemistry is something that is completely compartmentalized in a whole different realm. With Tasha, you have a scale. My bitch is in a box that's sitting way up here. That I could fuck this chick and have no sexual chemistry with her whatsoever. Is that does that happen with you ladies?
Well, not for me. I'm a person. I can like you and be attracted to you, but not want to fuck you.
Tasha?
Yeah. Yeah. I
So
would I
it's
would I would agree with that.
okay.
I would like to what Sherry just said. I would agree with that.
Okay.
Like you can think so you can be attracted. Well, let me ask you this. And what you're saying, there's no attraction at all. It's just the act
Correct.
of it.
Correct.
No, no,
For me, it's this. There
no,
could
we
be
don't do that.
zero. That's what I'm saying.
No,
For
we don't do
me, there could be zero sexual chemistry, and I'll still fuck the person.
no, there's and no and not even attraction, just nothing. Just
I've
you
done
just
it.
need to know.
I've done it. I've done it.
So
So
that
that's what
is
I'm asking. Like, okay, Not every guy that you slept with probably has been on the attractive scale. You know,
Yeah.
I fucked butt ugly women. There was no
No, that's
physical attraction there. Body wise, there was nothing there for me to say she's ugly, but she got a fat. There's ones I fucked that said she's ugly, but she do have a fat ass. There's women I've slept with that it was just me doing
the
something.
act.
It
Just
really
the
was
act.
just the act. And I wondered if women have the capability of doing that. Kenny
No,
says,
we don't do that.
wow.
No, we don't do that.
My brother Kenny says sexual chemistry is the natural lust and attraction to a woman. Okay. Carol says, I think there is women just don't have sex because it's something to do. Women want more than that. And that's what I was getting at. Again, you got some shady ass women out there, true. But I think even by and large, a woman, I guess I'm assuming, has to find some kind of attraction to the man. Is that true?
I think if you're painting with broad strokes, then yes. By and large, majority women, yes.
Women, right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. And I wish, again, Brother Kenny, I want to ask you, because Kenny is the other side of that Janus coin. But I wish I had. And there he go. Here, my brother is right on time because I wanted to hear if he's like me. But we're both Capricorn. Brother Kenny says, I have to have a physical attraction to a woman to give her Mr. Happy. No, I can't bust down a booger wolf.
See? Like,
I told you.
That's
but
like primal is what you're saying. It's so just.
But I can't be the only one. I cannot be. That's why where you at, Bird? I wish some fellas was watching this because where you at? How to say, hey y'all, we are on the way. We are on the way. And I'm gonna come back to this question when I get to my brothers on Bert's on the show. She says, hey Kitty. So look, I don't, Tasha. I've always had the capability of doing that. So let me read something though. So for purposes of this conversation, sexual chemistry is when you have an immediate, notice this, immediate, and they underlined and highlighted this, an immediate physical attraction to someone. And I want to talk about that part. Signs of sexual chemistry include sweaty palms, shortness of breath, and feeling a quick, intense draw to the other person. Is that what it is for you? Two things I want to ask here. Mm-hmm. Is that sexual chemistry immediate? Because you know it's not that with me. And those signs of sexual chemistry, how does it manifest itself in you to where you say, damn, maybe not out loud, but damn, there's a real sexual chemistry. And Tasha, I want to hear your answer because I'm thinking about times of certain people. You've told me that you were not, this person is not the one, but the sex was all that. So I want to, I definitely, I'm going to come to you last, Tasha. But Sherry, I want to come to you first on this one. Kenny says, I actually agree with those signs. Okay, that's what's up. Carol says, don't mind me. I'm switching between chats. That's what's up. That's what's up. So Sherry, is your sexual chemistry where you said you want to fuck the shit out of the guy? Is it immediate? Is it an immediate physical attraction? Number one, let me start there.
It's immediate sexual attraction, but I'm a little old school, so I don't just be jumping in bed. But you
no. So you haven't acted on it, but you're saying you are immediately physically attracted to the person where that's what I'm getting at, to where you think I would fuck the shit out of him.
Yeah. Wow. Women know, to be honest with you, women know when they want to, when it's somebody that they feeling like that they want to fuck.
I agree with that. I just wanted to know if the sexual attraction, if it's immediate. If it's immediate.
Yeah, that's that chemistry. Mm-hmm.
So the second part of it is, when you have acted on it, what were the signs that led you to know I'm going to act on this, or even if you didn't act on it, I am truly, because this is the interesting part for me, you know, that wherever you are at, what are the signs that make you, because we as men, we think we know women. And before you answer, We jokingly said, I bet them drawers just as soppy as a rag. We don't know. So what are the signs for you?
I mean, it's like the guys, he's saying all the right shit. He got you feeling all the right ways.
But you still dancing around it. What are the signs for you? What are those tangible signs? Kenny says, I've actually had a few of those signs. So we're talking about for him, sweaty palms, shortness of breath, feeling a quick, intense draw to the other person. What are the signs for you as you've gone into the witness protection program?
I mean, I don't know. It's just like you just get this feeling, and like I said, he telling you you want done what you need to done, and he telling you how he can do it right, and you looking at him like, this nigga look like he can get the job done.
You still not telling me your signs, you know. Hold on. Keep it. Hold on. I want you to think about it, Dan. Think about it. Tasha.
Mm-hmm.
Big boss Tasha.
Yeah.
One.
Yeah.
Is it an immediate physical attraction for you when you know that the sexual, was it immediate or is it immediate?
Not necessarily where I will know there will be sexual chemistry. No, there's an immediate lustness. There's an immediate sexual attraction. There is an immediate statement like, yeah, I would fuck the shit out of him. And, or even, just like if I'm, kind of like off by myself, I might even say it out loud, but it definitely is no sweating of the hands or anything.
Okay.
On the most intense, yes, like a short, like a dry mouth, yes, or even like a flutter. There is a flutter, and if it's just and then when we move into the second part of it, the signs. Now, what I'm about to say, let me say it like this: don't fucking judge me. Keep it to your fucking self, okay?
I've been waiting on this.
Let me just start there. Let's just keep it to your fucking self. There's a throb. Because like when they go to when he goes to like grab you lightly, like grab you or put their hands like on the small of your back, or they will like touch, like lightly, like play with your hair or something like that, or just by pulling you closer like into them. It's very flirty. It's a lot of heavy petting going on, a lot of rubbing and everything, but with your clothes on and you're in front of people, so it's okay. You're not doing nothing technically wrong. So there's like a lot of that. That's when oh, there might be some chemistry here.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. But you know what? Again, I learned so much about that. And I'm not even judging. I like that. That's educational for me. For me,
That's how I describe it. So
no, I love it. I love it. I love it. My first answer to the question for me, even I'm talking about my ex-wife. I'm talking about the ex-girlfriends that I was actually in love with, and all that kind of stuff. You know what's crazy? The sexual attraction for me on those instances, it happened before I even got to them. There's an ex of mine. I had not actually seen her. I had not actually met her yet. And there was an intense sexual attraction. And it was a fear for me, Kenny, in that I just hoped she felt the same way. And I remember feeling that same thing with my ex-wife. So I don't know what got her there, but it wasn't physical. It wasn't the physical. The sexual attraction for me, it was a different level for me, that it was almost spiritual. I don't want to sound all, but for me, it really was. I remember like being on the phone with the ones that I was intensely sexually drawn to, and it was more cerebral than it was physical. And this one person I'm thinking about in particular, I had never seen her. I was going on what was in my head. And I remember asking my partner, my boy, like, man, I hope this chick is what I like. He said, I think she's your type. He said, I think she's your type. But nobody can really know what your type is but you. And the crazy part about it is when I first laid eyes on her, I was physically attracted, but I was sexually drawn to her. The sexual chemistry was there a month before I ever met her. And that's why, for me, I put the sexual chemistry in a completely separate category. For me, that's interesting. Okay, wow. We're waiting on the postings, but we're gonna go on to the second part of it because we already talked about what is sexual chemistry, and so we've kind of described that. Let's get into, is sexual chemistry more than just lust?
Fuck no.
You say fuck no. Why?
No, I say no. For me, I consider like sexual chemistry, it is nothing but built on lust. That's all it is. It's just a draw to that person that you just, I don't know. And again, it's sexual. It has nothing to do like with the mental or anything like that. It's just a way that you can, because you can't connect with everybody the same way sexually. And that's why I said sometimes it's just more intense with others. Like some people just get you, they just understand you physically. That's it.
Sis, is sexual chemistry more than just lust? And we touched on it a little bit earlier, and I think I know your answer, but for you, I want to go a little bit deeper then, because your sexual history is different than these two people sitting on this panel.
Speak for yourself.
So
No,
I think she's right. She's right. I'm making an assumption.
I'm,
She's right.
I'm kidding.
But
And these two sluts in front of you. Go ahead and say it. Yes, these two
So
sluts.
for you,
Stupid. Yeah.
so that's why I want to go different, because I'm tailoring this to the individual. Kenny says it's built on lust, but it's levels to it. Kenny, you went right where I was going to it. So, sis, walk me through and share as much detail if you like how it moves from lust to you acting on it. Because and while you think about that, what is lust for you? How does it get to lust for you? What do you see or feel that it's lust before it get to the sexual chemistry and you're acting on it?
I mean, like I just said, he's saying all the right things that I like to hear and telling me what he can do for me. And then when it moves from lust, is when I actually you know am with him, and he all the right, the smells is right, you can tell he's clean, the whispers in the ear, what I'm saying, the way he touched me. And then we know that, okay, we fucking tonight.
So does lust for you happen over time as you're getting to know the person? Is there never a time when the lust is just you don't know them, you don't know enough about them, or do you have to know all of those things?
I wouldn't say that. You know what I'm saying?
Tasha's saying no.
I,
Go ahead,
I'm,
sis.
I'm saying I wouldn't say that all the time. It's like different for different people.
We're not talking
Yes.
about different people. We're talking about you. I'm talking about you.
No, but I'm saying I'm talking about different for different men. You don't feel the same way for just every man. You know what I'm saying? Different men make you feel different ways. So
walk me through somebody in your situation where the lust was, where they didn't say all of the right things in your ear and this and that. How was it lustful?
well, when they not saying the right thing, then I'm not gonna be lusting for them anyway.
So it doesn't even get to be lust with you.
Right.
So for you, conversation then, it sounds like for you, is a very big part of getting to sexual chemistry.
Yeah, very.
Gotcha. Okay, hang on. I want to read a couple of comments. But my brother says, lust for me, first and foremost, Starts with a fat butt. Spelled pretty hot and tempting, in case y'all don't know, and a beautiful smile. Carol says we have to have conversations. So she agreed with you, Sherry. See where that head is. Carol, the question is, which head? Because now I'm going to my person up to top that I think shares some of my views that I don't want to speak for you, Tasha. For you, where walk me through the lust scale to sexual chemistry, because for you, does it have to get to the deep conversations and he telling you what this, that, and the other?
Nope, it doesn't. Oh man, let me just tell you it. Let me just say, the person. Okay, take the person that I had like the long-standing like situationship with.
Right.
Let me go here. And again, fuck anybody who is gonna fucking judge me. I don't give a
We are
fuck.
not judging
Okay?
you, baby. We are not
Fuck
judging you.
you. Okay, first and foremost. Look, I'm gonna pre-say it. So, okay, the person like I met him. I was working. I worked overnight at Walgreens, and he came in one night. We had a conversation. It was so generic. How you doing? My name is such and such. We talked about like, well, obviously you saw what I was doing, like where the fuck I work.
Right.
I got to like, where do you work? Like, what do you do? Like that. No, nothing else really crazy. It was just very like get to know you conversation. He stayed in there for probably like, I don't know, like 30 minutes. 30
Okay.
30 minutes to like an hour. We had a conversation. Left, didn't talk to him, didn't exchanged like very brief text messages
Okay.
over a 3-week period. He calls me out the blue one day. This is how I know my ass should have been trafficked. He calls me out the blue one night and says, "Hey, I want you to meet me at this hotel because I'm in town. I'm gonna leave a room key for you at the hotel. Just go. It has your name on it." So I went to the my goofy ass. I went, I had me something to drink. So I went to the hotel, went up to the room. There was nobody in the room. What does my goofy ass do? I get in the shower. Wait, I get in the shower. So I take a shower and I get, I get out, I put on like, just some clothes, and then I lay in the bed. Here he comes, like a little while later, he comes in, we had just like a generic like exchange. From that night, I knew it was sexual chemistry. I knew it was from that night. And again, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if you judge me. That was over like a 15-year period of fucking with this person.
I'm glad you told
nobody
that
shouldn't
story.
judge you on that.
No, but I'm glad you told the story. Number one, Carol says no judgment here, and even Kenny says the same thing. But I'm so glad you told that story because again, it tells some subtle differences there. Number one, because I'm gonna go back to Kenny's first comment, and this is where I agree with my brother. Lust, pure lust. Now this is my brother Bodabo Jack. that all the way. It's nothing better. BBD said it. Can't trust a big butt and smile. You might not trust them, but you're gonna follow that ass wherever it leads. Because I'm gonna tell you, for me, the lust part, Tasha, I'll be on the phone with you and Sherry how many times, and I lose complete train of thought. Because I'm like, oh my God, a fat pumping ass
will get him kidnapped.
It could be the death of me. It could be the death of me. And you add to that a smile, that's the lust part of it. But to your story, Tasha, what I like about the story is, you know what? That first encounter is where I agree with you 1,000%, because then it elevates to something extra to the sexual chemistry, because after it's done, and it might be undefinable. I can't sit here and tell you what's going on, Postons. How y'all doing?
Hummingbird.
Hey, what's up? What's up?
Y'all coming in, we talking about sexual chemistry and the difference between lust and sexual chemistry. So Tasha, I like your story because that is the moments for me where it went from, I can't describe it. It wasn't like that was the best and great. I didn't see stars, you know, from fucking a chick, and you know,
I did.
the heavens didn't open up or anything like that, even though the sex was good. But what's crazy is, in many cases, the sex got better even, but it was just something about that moment afterwards that I knew we were compatible sexually. And I could cite different things about it. I don't know if it was a conversation, or anybody who knows me, hygiene is a big part of it. That, you know, this ex-girlfriend I'm talking about, you know, I'm about to get here graphic here, folks, but
That's par for the course.
Y'all stupid.
this is when you know the sexual chemistry. I knew the sexual chemistry was off the charts, was because she could come out the bathroom and sit on the bed and wouldn't be fully naked, have the towel around her, doing her little routine. And I'm talking about a nigga dick was standing up for an hour straight, couldn't go down. And it fucked me up to the point where I'm like, and it fucked her up. She's like, what's wrong with you? But there was something that I can't put my finger on, that with her, it was off the charts. The sexual chemistry was off the charts. And that for me was that's where it went from lust to, man, we just have a sexual chemistry. And we had a long distance relationship, but every time we got together, it was right. It was right. And more than just the physical. Brother Kenny said, what's going on? Be wet and hot.
For real?
Be wet, you coming in at the perfect time. We talk about sexual chemistry. I'm gonna backtrack a little bit. As a guy, we were talking about in the beginning about sexual chemistry. Is sexual chemistry immediate for you as a guy? Is it immediate? Do you feel an immediate sexual attraction to the person, or does it develop over time for you?
Are you talking about the first time you get it? That's what you're talking about?
No. Like when for you, is sex okay? Maybe I should start here. What for you? What do you find as sexual attraction?
Stop. Because she go. See, I'm a foot and butt guy. That's me. I'm sorry. It is what it is. So like, you know.
So I'm gonna stop you. So look, don't tell nothing. Don't go get you in trouble, my brother. But here's the thing: do you have to then, for it to get to be sexual chemistry, for there to be sexual chemistry? What if do you have to see the butt and the feet? Because what if you meet somebody and you don't see their feet, and maybe they don't have on attire that gives you everything you need to know? So can it get to be sexual chemistry if you don't see butt and feet?
I gotta see them things. yo, check it out. Remember Boomerang?
Right.
And he be pulled back.
I get it.
I gotta see them things. I don't know. That's just me. That's just
no. I think you're agreeing with me and Kenny. It is very visual for us.
Yeah.
Which brings me to your wife, Lady Hannah. What is sexual chemistry for you, and is it immediate?
So it's not immediate for me, but I know this sounds weird. A good conversation actually is, and it excites me.
Sherry Carroll said the same thing.
Like, if you know how to handle a good conversation, Not just okay, yeah. I mean, like an actual good intellectual conversation. Yes, I like that, and nice arms. I'm not gonna lie, I'm visual too. I need some arms to look at, but
Oh, so you just threw a wrinkle in there. Could there be sexual chemistry? I'm gonna go all the way with a man that's not physically attractive.
I don't
Bruh.
want to be rude.
No, I wanna because I answered. I'm coming to you with this question too, Bird, because I can fuck a woman that I have zero sexual attraction to. Kenny said he cannot. So before you answer, Bird, I want to know from you, Hannah. You said a man with a good arms. If the man is not necessarily your physical type, can there be sexual chemistry? Tyra says yes. Welcome, Tyra. Tyra says yes.
They have to have something I like. You can't just have nothing. And I'm like, yeah.
We're only talking about physical. So I get that. And yeah, so that's what I'm saying. But it doesn't have to be physical.
Yeah, it don't have to be everything I like, but it has to be at least one thing I like on you.
You cheated a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna ask it a different way. Whew. Let's go all the way here.
Oh, here we go.
She visual.
You don't know me.
A short, fat, ugly man. Can there be sexual chemistry?
Short, fat, and ugly?
Absolutely. I held nothing back. Great person, personality, good conversation, make good money. All the other things lined up.
All the other, yeah, you're right.
Wow. Wow.
So you're saying you just blew the top off this.
No, he said good conversation first.
And money.
He has all those things, but he's short, fat, and ugly.
Yeah.
Ooh.
If you got the other things, yeah, I'll make it work.
What's the other things? Let's talk about it.
He said good conversation, money.
Okay. Basically, what she heard was money.
That is very interesting.
So money supersedes the way you look.
Yes.
Yes.
That's what you're saying.
It's pretty.
That's what you're saying.
So you dumbing yourself down for dough.
That's what you're saying.
Dumbing down for dough.
Bert, so for you, hold on, Bert, I'm asking you now as a man, does there have to be a physical attraction for there to be sexual chemistry for you?
Let me break it up like this. And that's not even cheating. When I was younger, no, I didn't care. As I matured and got older, yes.
Love your answer.
When I started to understand a little bit more,
love your answer.
I couldn't. It just wasn't for
love
me.
your answer. And I actually agree with you 1,000%. So that's why I was telling the panel earlier that I've slept with many a dog-headed bitch that had nothing going for her. That it was just something to do. But as I got older, the other things did matter. Let me get a couple of comments in here. We're gonna move to the next topic. Carol says, yes, Hannah, and the body got to be right too. Okay. Carol says, I want a strong man who can lift me up and do the right things. All right, Miss Carol. All right now, Miss Carol. I'll say this to that, Miss Carol. In my younger days, but I'm not gonna be hoisting these bitches up now. That's what got my back hurt right now.
Now, especially if you're using the term hoist.
I'm sorry. Tyra says his conversation and personality matters the most to me.
Yes, I agree.
Kenny says, well, damn, Hannah. See, you surprised us with that, Hannah.
Brother.
You surprised us. Oh, go ahead, Carol. Carol said, I'm old, but I ain't dead. Rob, Miss Carol. Let me read something to the panel when it talks about how sexual chemistry develops, though. Lust is a desire for sexual gratification. The brain's hypothalamus influences the production of the hormones testosterone and estrogen. This drives our feelings of sexual desire. When we are attracted to someone, our brains release high levels of dopamine and dopamine and norepinephrine make us giddy, energetic, and euphoric, sometimes resulting in a loss of appetite and the inability to sleep. Family, y'all agree?
I'm gonna eat and
Yeah.
sleep now.
Thank you. Okay, so I'm gonna eat now.
I ain't never not want
No,
to eat.
it's an obsession. Yes.
I agree.
On no fast. I like somebody.
No, it's not like it's obsession.
Sexually.
And it
You
goes.
know what? And on those moments, it did affect my appetite. I think about when I was younger, and yeah, it did affect my appetite. And I mean, in this sense, I'm not gonna starve myself. And this is when I was skinny and fit, but I mean, like, food was not important. All I wanted to do was talk to this person.
Okay, all right.
All I wanted to do was talk to this person.
Now,
food and sleep was secondary.
Was to get the drawers off? That's what it was.
Well, even if I've had a long distance relationship that I looked forward to that call. Okay. And this will take some people back to the days when you talked until you get off.
Oh,
you
yeah.
get off. You get off. You know what I'm saying?
So
yeah. So you folk go and sleep. You know you should be asleep. You know what I'm saying? You know you should be doing something else, but I'm content. And this was that sexual chemistry was, and again, this was long distance, so I waited on it. I looked forward to it. So yeah. Carol says, "Yep, I remember." And so again, that for me is where I separate the lust from sexual chemistry, because that's in a different category. Let's jump into the next subtopic, though, because I do want to ask the family this question. Do you think there are tangible benefits to sexual chemistry?
Yeah.
Do you think there are real benefits?
Yeah.
What are some of the benefits that you would say for you and yeah, you can state the obvious. I'm looking at Tasha's face. You can state the obvious, but I want to hear what those are for you, and if there's anything that's not obvious. We know the obvious, Miss Carol says some man hoisting her around and shit.
She ain't saying nothing about being a
I'm using that word.
Yeah, and you don't hoist nothing but some flags, okay? You don't be hoisting nobody around here. No.
Poor choice of words. But
I would say, as far as like tangible, overall, like, just your quality of life, just your life health benefits. You're more relaxed. To me, you seem to be happier, a little bit more, definitely stress-free. Hello. And not so just filled with anxiety. That's what to me, that's beneficial. Those are tangible benefits right there.
And so I got a question for the ladies on the panel, as they're probably agreeing. And
no, I'm not.
No.
Oh, I thought
no, based on what you just said. And Sherry, I was about to ask you, so don't leave, because I'm coming to you next. There's an episode of Seinfeld where George and Elaine both abstain from sex. George gets smarter. Elaine gets dumber. What? There was a tangible effect. So for you ladies, in the absence of sexual chemistry, what effect does it have on you? Go ahead. Who is speaking?
I'm evil. I'm angry, and don't say nothing to me.
That part.
Give me some sex now,
sis. For you,
I gotta go.
No.
So, sis, in the absence of sex, is there a noticeable change? And again, what are some benefits of sexual chemistry that you've noted for yourself?
I mean, well, like I said, if a nigga ain't giving them no dick, then he better start licking his lips the right way, so I know he gonna be eating some pussy or something. I don't want to listen.
So in the absence of that,
all the rest of the shit.
So what are some benefits to that for you?
It benefit that I can eat a sandwich.
We know the obvious. We know the obvious.
Oh,
anything
you don't
not
want to
obvious.
go into all of that, okay? Dang, brother, listen.
And for you, it might only be obvious.
Listen, I don't be having no time, brother, to be going through all the antics. Niggas better know what they need to be doing, because if you ain't getting it right, that's why me, if you don't have, you go, one ain't doing right, you go to number two. I ain't got no time. I just don't.
I'm coming to you posters next. Kenny says, absolutely. Sexual intimacy and the sex act is good for you health-wise.
Yes. Good for your heart rate.
Okay.
Get the blood pumping.
So
it's an exercise.
Good for the mental.
I agree. What'd you say, Brother Bird?
Yeah, it's good for the mental. And for the ladies, it's also good for the skin.
No, it ain't. Ain't nobody swallowing for no good skin. Stop saying it.
It is. If you rub it on there,
that's what I've always been told, that if you smear a little bit on your face.
It makes the skin.
No, it depends on your diet. No.
You would drink.
Ain't that right?
You know.
Ain't that right, Black?
That's what I've always been told.
You
know, and the fact that I'm a diabetic, my shit is sweet, so you can actually
if that's the
mix
case,
it
then
in your
y'all
coffee.
then men should be smearing themselves in it, right?
Yeah.
No.
Because if you want us to do it, why don't you do it?
Well, Tasha, you know what I said. Them tart pussies, I ain't putting that stuff nowhere near my face. But but I'm a diabetic, so I literally am made of sugar and spice. So you can put my shit in your coffee.
Not the spice.
Carol said, "Oh hell no!"
Right, hanging up.
Let me read something to you guys. Some as far as when it comes to benefits. When sexual chemistry leads to sex, there are many benefits. On the physical side, besides sex being a form of exercise, Bert, as you said, which improves your health, your immune function increases. You gain positive cardiac effects, and even the perception of headache pain and migraine decreases. The psychological benefits of having sex after sexual chemistry are also multifold. A few of the proven benefits include relief from stress. Tasha talked about that. Higher rate of happiness. Tasha talked about that. And improved sleep quality. Man, so there is a lot. And you know, I can sit here in all seriousness. I agree with everything about that. A regular healthy sex life, I was healthier. And that's what fucks me up, that when I was out there tricking off and shit and throwing my dick on a crap table every night, I was healthy as a horse. A nigga try to be...
Sound like you just pulled it out your pocket and just put just
There's the dick.
Don't do that.
Because I was gambling. But eating bad at the time. When I first moved to Atlanta, ate a full bag of chips every fucking night, drank a full fifth of liquor, hard liquor every night, barely slept, everything out, running around, knocking these bitches off. Then I slow down, you know, and all of a sudden a nigga get diagnosed with diabetes, and I got some more shit. The gods are cruel. The gods are cruel. Kenny says Sherry ain't playing. Sherry said he better get to munching and fix herself.
That's right.
Carol says all true. Read about the signs. Carol says at Tasha, the visual.
He just was just so careless with it.
Kenny, look at what my brother Kenny says. He says, and this is a man that's fit. Kenny go to the gym. Looks to be in good physical condition. He says, I was healthier too, Black, when I was more sexually active. And I think it's been proven that you live longer when you're in a relationship where there's a healthy sex life. You know, Carol says somebody had to slow you down.
Right? Yes.
But Carol, the gods playing a cruel joke on me. You know, now I'm not out there beating these pussies. I'm massively overweight, got all kinds of issues. I couldn't beat these pussies correct now if I wanted to.
I'm done with it.
Ain't gonna be no hoisting, is it?
I used to say
no tugging, no dragging.
Yeah.
Now I can tell you the lack of sex gonna be the death of me. So
you need something to survive.
I'm far less healthy. My sleep because again, there were tangible benefits to not only a healthy sex life, but in this case, for the conversation, sexual chemistry. I definitely was happier and a lot less mental stress when there is somebody, and like in Tasha, your case, even if it's not your dude, but when there was a sexual chemistry, weren't there tangible benefits to it?
That's why I said for me, the levels to the sexual chemistry. That's why you always had somebody who met the minimum qualifications, because that was who you could call. But now there's no one, and I'm angry and I'm pissed, and my quality of life has suffered. So
I gotta ask.
Huh?
Nobody
Well,
out there for you.
no. Let me just say it like this: there is. It ain't like it just ain't what I want. It's there. I just don't want that.
So I gotta ask our resident couple that we love and we in love with, the Postons, because y'all are, the hope for me at least. Kenny says, "Me too, Black." So my brother,
Yeah.
that's my dog. That's my dog. And so at least I know it out here by myself. But for the Postons, in all seriousness, and I mean, I'm not even talking about the graphic part of it, but share with us, if you will, like some of the true benefits of sexual chemistry. And I'm not talking about taking us inside your bedroom, but I mean just really the mental and emotional. And again, I do believe you guys have a spiritual, side to it as well. We talk about this on Brenton's show, Black Love series. Take us inside of some of the tangible benefits to all of those aspects of the emotional, mental, psychological, and spiritual, not the physical part. Just what are some of the benefits that you guys can share?
Or is sexual life, or just
sexual chemistry, knowing that you have a partner, that there is sexual chemistry, because you just even said if you're not getting it. So we know the Bible talks about rendering your due to someone. So when you have that connection with somebody and that's no longer an issue, that this person, you guys have a sexual chemistry. I'm not talking about that part of it. What are some of the benefits when it comes to some of the other things that we don't get to talk about, the emotional, mental, psychological, and spiritual?
So I'll say for me, it kind of, now that I'm not confident in myself, but it kind of boosts my confidence a little. Like if I walk by and he smacked my butt, like, cause we want it, but we don't want it, but we want it and we don't. But like, or if I'm just walking by and he act like he less than, it sounds bad, but it's like, okay, cause when you get married, people like don't take care of themselves. You like, I'm with you, but I ain't attracted to you no more.
Right.
Like the fact that, like, if he's working out, I can go in there and see him, and I'm like, okay, yes. And the small things still can make me happy, even if he's at work and we text. Sometimes we'll text similar things or whatever. It's like a connection and a level outside of just the good sex. It's like a good connection and level that we have that makes the sex better, if that makes sense. Everything else that leads up to it makes it better.
I love it. My brother, add to that, if you will, if you want.
Yeah, it strengthens the relationship because of the fact that even though you're married, you still find that person attractive and they still get you going. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
It's good for your mental, because to tell you the truth, not everybody has that, unfortunately. So
Tasha, don't we talk about this?
To tell you the truth, it's a blessing that, like, if she texts me something and we can laugh, like, I want the draws, dog, and she'll say that. I'm like, oh yeah, then I'll text her, I'm gonna hit that tonight.
Hey, he said, hey, you ain't.
But you know what I'm saying? Yes, y'all know what I'm saying. But I'm just saying, but it's like, it's like we still dating, kind of. You know what I'm saying?
I love that. Yeah, I love that.
It does good for us. You know what I mean? That's good for like what she was saying, for our confidence and how we feel towards one another. It kind of validates that. Like, yo, I'm into you and you into me.
I think that's what I love about you guys most is I've said this before. it's so refreshing to see a couple that actually like each other. Because Tasha and I have this conversation. There are people
Yeah.
together, but they actually don't like each other.
Ooh.
And sex, in many cases, perfunctory. It's a chore. It's something to do because there's no sexual chemistry. I know couples right now that they really would not have chosen each other, but they're together for other reasons. So the sexual chemistry is not there. And we're going to talk about Saturday, just to give everybody a little heads up. We're going to examine iconic TV couples and what we can learn from them. So we're going to put under the microscope Gina and Martin, Wheezy, Philip Banks and Vivian. We're going to put them under the microscope. On Saturday, that's what we're going to be talking about.
But
yeah.
Light-skinned or dark-skinned Vivian?
Ooh.
We're going to talk about all of them.
Oh, because there is a difference. There is a difference.
Y'all better add Claire and Bill.
They're in there. They're in there. And there's a few wrinkles in couples in there too. So y'all be prepared. There's a few wrinkles in there. Go ahead, Tasha.
I have a question though, because while Bert and Hannah were talking, I have a question. Do you think now, as far as relationships, do you think more people are in relationships where they have a lack of sexual chemistry, or they have it and they're just, they just feel, just no good for each other?
What do you guys think? Great question.
It's so funny that you bring this up because my girls and I, we have a group chat. I will never say their names. Literally, 2 of the couples today on the group chat stated, if the sex wasn't so good, I would be out. Okay. And these are people who have been with their significant other for over 10, 11 years. They ain't no new couple. Okay. But I feel like some people nowadays, if this sex is good, people will put up with a lot. I don't understand that. But I feel like if you have a certain connection, people like, oh, we got a connection, so we don't need nothing else. Right. Sometimes they will say it's not, nothing else is there but sex, or sometimes it's just money and no sex. Okay.
What you think, Brother Bert? You think people by and large are together, couples now together because there is more of a sexual chemistry or not?
From the people I know, it's kind of divided. Some of them are just in it because it's just history. And maybe it's just for the man, I don't like this one, but for the kids, they just keeping it together. You know what I'm saying? So, and then you do have others where they're like us, they're really into each other, they love each other, and that chemistry is there. But for the most part, if I had to give it a number, I would say 80-20, 80 going towards we just together because of history and it's just convenient and we got these kids and what it is.
Oh, okay.
Oh, go ahead,
wait a second. So if we're gonna go there and we're gonna give it a percentage, what is the balance? Like, what's the percentage breakdown of the balance of sexual chemistry? To what you just said, sexual chemistry, and we're just gonna be together because we have just that background, that foundation, that history with one another, and without using the 50-50% either. So what is it, like 80-20, 60-40, 30-70? What is it? What's the balance?
I'm gonna go by my past. 80%. I think the 20% is the sexual, and the 80% is just for knowing that person and not wanting someone else.
The other things.
You want to stay with that person because you don't want to pay your own, and also just for children. A lot of people have kids because I
love this question, Tasha.
I stayed in a marriage, my first marriage, because of the sake of our kids, and I should have left way before. So I feel like the 20% is sexual. People are just together. A lot of people are together now for optics, so everybody could be on social media and show we still together just to fake it, and for convenience.
I love this question, Bert. What do you say? I love this question.
Now on my end,
right?
This gonna surprise you. 10% sex.
Oh.
90%.
I love this question. I love this question.
I know what I'm going home to.
I love this question.
It's the mother of my child. And
I
a
love
lot
this
of these
question.
guys want to go out there and still do something else with somebody else, believe it or not. But they just know they got somebody they can come home to, and it's just convenient, and that's just they just caught up. They just caught up, and this is just what it is. This is my reality. I don't really care about anybody else that I'm with. They don't care who I'm dealing with. You know, it's just convenience right now. But it's 10% of sexual chemistry, 90% everything else.
I love the question. Sherry, I'm coming to you next, but let me get Kenny's comment. Kenny says people hate starting over, and that includes the sex part as well. Having to learn a new person sexually can be intimidating and a chore at the same time.
And that's
I
what
agree,
it is.
brother. I agree, brother.
Good.
So, Sherry, the first question is, do you think people are more together? You see from what you witnessed, is it more they're together because of sexual chemistry or less?
I think less, because most people out here, just like Burton Hunter said, they mostly together for convenience and the kids.
So then where do you place, to Tasha's second question, what's the balance? What's the balance for you that you would place on the sexual chemistry?
About 20.
Okay. Can't wait to hear your answer, Tasha. Can't wait to hear you. Cannot wait to hear your answer. First question. You started this shit, so your very first question. You start. I cannot wait to hear this answer. The first part. What do you think in terms of people? You think they're together more because of sexual chemistry, or that's not it?
I think no. I said that's like 95.5 for relationships right now. Is all most of them that I see. It's just out of convenience, and it's because they don't want to start over, or it's easy to say, oh well, we have kids, or we have businesses to get, and they ain't got no fucking business. They got businesses together. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's shit like that. I think it is less common to see couples like Bert and Hannah that do like each other, that like spending time with one another.
Yep.
I think it
I
is,
agree.
just it's the background. But for me personally,
this is the part I want to.
For me
I think I know this. Go ahead.
Man, let me just say, and I'm the one who gave the parameters. Let me just say, for me, sexual chemistry is 60%. It's 60 fucking percent. I cannot be with you. I cannot tolerate your bullshit. I can't tolerate your bad habits. I can't tolerate you being in my space if you are not making my eyes roll on a consistent basis.
That's my dog. That's my dog.
Basis. Like
She keeping it real. She keeping it real.
This is the crazy thing. I will make every excuse in the book for someone's bad behavior to excuse it, for why I tolerate it, for why I may allow you to stay around. I make excuses for it. And that's because if you are just hitting the reset button on a consistent basis, I forgot. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I'm about to steal that from you. I'm about to adopt that into my repertoire. Hit the reset on them pussies. Fellas, if you fucking up out there, if you handling your business, you are hitting the reset on them pussies out there.
Yes, because not everybody can reach it. So
so you short dick men, it don't matter what you do.
Better lower your fucking tone.
What?
Oh my God. Well, we took that left as y'all does. If this is the first time this show takes those left. But I agree with you, Tasha, 1,000%. I think people are together because of sexual chemistry. And I think that's why there's so much sexual fluidity happening out there. I truly believe these characterizations and all these classifications that I'm a this kind of sexual and I'm that kind of sexual, it's gotta be because there's no real sexual chemistry happening out there. If you're always searching for something else, and for goodness sake, that a woman don't do it to me, but I want to fuck a toaster, you're lacking sexual chemistry.
They doing objects?
They're doing objects out here. They doing objects. They got so many classifications. People are sexually attracted to a teddy bear and all this kind of stupid shit. I'm not pulling this out of my ass. This is real. There's an actual connotation for a stuffed animal sexual attraction type shit.
Oh yeah, okay.
For real. The and media says, Tasha, reach what?
The reset button. It's in there. It's in there.
Right? You heard of furries?
Yeah, exactly. The furry and plushies.
Like
that's a real thing. So I think, I think the pandemic exposed a lot of the fact that couples don't like each other. When we were forced to, now you gotta stay home. I think what drove a lot of people crazy and want to get out is they looked across the room and I don't want to be around this motherfucker or this bitch, constantly, I say bitch with love for those of you who are watching. but yeah, seriously. And then Tasha, to answer that question, so for me personally, I'm on the flip side of that only because of where I'm at this stage. And this is going to be a truly selfish answer if you've ever heard one. As I presently sit here, the sexual chemistry for me is probably at about 30%. I don't feel like I can keep my end up. I ain't gonna be beating that pussy all night. Bitch, you get one strike at this stick. And if you ain't gonna get yours, then you got to go get it somewhere else. So, because I can only do so much. And again, I'm not gonna be hoisting your ass all around. I'm gonna have to clop you on your motherfucking head and send you to sleep if you want to be doing all that, and being that I'm from a different generation, these big ass dick dudes out here, I don't fall in that category. I got a decent enough size dick, but if I have to, I put my fist in that pussy if you just need me to get all the way up in there because it can only give you so much.
Welcome to the rabbit hole, everybody.
Now, having said that,
we done went down.
Our brother is working on himself. See me about a year from now, 40 pounds less when I get my stamina back, then I'm going to be in Tasha's category. Right now, pretty much have to take what pussy you give me. So you can have, your stomach can be a little balled up like homework right now. Your titties can kind of be on the side, but to let a nigga lose 50 pounds, bitch, that ass better bounce, a quarter better bounce off it like a 10-year-old boy. I'm just going to tell you.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Carol,
the fist is crazy.
Carol, you gotta satisfy him some kind of way.
Boys to fist.
Why are we putting a fist in it?
Shit, because if she wants one of these big dick young men that gotta go deep, bitch, I'm already deep as I can go. So now I'm just going to pull out and put my fist in that pussy.
You know how big your fist is?
You know how wide these pussies are out there?
They have to reupholster it or something. They better rejuvenate it because ain't no way.
Well, fellas, I'm gonna tell you right now, you can't hurt these pussies. Even the big dick brothers out there, where you think you're gonna you can't hurt these pussies. Okay. First of all, they playing these pussies way too much with their big fingers and shit anyway. So you can't hurt these pussies. So you can put that out your mind anyway.
Who are these women with these big fingers?
They got a lot of big parts. They got big ass legs, big ass fingers, big ass.
Big.
What are they nesting them? What's going on?
The monsters.
We have lost our way, folks. We have lost our way.
We're playing you.
We have lost our way.
We're somewhere.
We have lost our way.
I don't know where we're at right now. I don't know what hole we down. We're in a fisting hole.
We're in a big ass hole. That's big ass
and we cannot climb out.
I don't know where we at.
We cannot climb out.
Big hole.
You know what? This conversation though is so real. I don't even want to cheat us out of the set. We know we always say we're gonna do a part 2 to some of these shows. We are going to do a part 2 to these shows because I want to share with you the other areas I wanted to go in. But in the interest of time, you know, we still got, are there real dangers of sexual chemistry?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What are some underlying
That's real.
causes of sexual chemistry?
That's dangerous.
What happens when sexual chemistry subsides?
Ooh.
Ooh, divorce.
Yeah, because Tasha, when you talk about that scale, fellas, you can lie all you want to out there. I'm knocking it out the box. When you settle into whatever that routine is and work and stress and this, that, and the other, you're not always up here. What happens when sexual chemistry subsides? Because for me, I'll just throw this out there. I am not attracted to pregnant women. You could be the most beautiful woman in the world. When you pregnant, ain't no glow. I don't want you, bitch. So again, when that sexual chemistry subsides, what happens? We got a part 2 coming. What role?
Oh man, I got a lot for that.
What? That I know y'all gonna feel different. That's why I say we want to do a part 2. What role does intimacy play in sexual chemistry? And finally, can sexual chemistry lead to long-term commitment in relationships? And I just didn't want to short this conversation because we got a lot of meat on the bone for this conversation that we need to come back next Wednesday and do a part 2 for real, you know, on this subject, because there's a lot of meat on the bone here. I want to get a couple of comments in here. Carol says, and Bert, we have gone down the black hole.
Always.
Oh.
The wild black hole.
Straight up.
So look, y'all got me sweating this shit. So but these Wednesday conversations, if this is your first time popping in and joining us, we in the midst of the laughs and stuff, it be some serious conversations about stuff that I hope you get something out of. And that's why I want to come back and revisit the second half, because I found this article just so very good, you know. And as I'm sitting here at work, I read a lot of things, and I'm always looking for something that I can bring to the fam so that we can have these conversations and make it fun, you know. Nobody wants to sit up and read an article and shit, but when I bring it to the family, we get to have some fun with it, you know. So we're gonna do a part 2, you know, for sure. But we're on the other side of Wednesday, of course. So we got this week beat. And again, I want to mention, if you are able, show up on Saturday, because we are going down the road and look at some of the most iconic couples, just to give you a precursor, just so you can even start thinking about it. We got Wheezy and George, Martin and Gina, Sinclair and Overton, Max and Kyle,
Yes.
Whitney and Dwayne, Vivian and Philip, but now we got to ask which Vivian. We got to throw that in there as well. I don't know how many of you folks out there have watched the series Pose. There's going to be a couple of wrinkles out there. Damon and Ricky. We got Rochelle and Julius from Everybody Hates Chris.
Never saw
What
it.
about My Wife and Kids?
They're in there.
Oh, yeah.
We got Randall and Beth from This Is Us. So some of these shows, if we haven't seen, we'll skip over them. Oh, here's one that threw in there for a lot of people. The greatest TV show that's ever been made, The Wire, in my opinion. If you haven't seen The Wire, we got Omar and Brandon.
Oh.
Harriet and Carl from Family Matters.
Oh yeah.
Jamie and Fancy from the Jamie Foxx Show.
Oh, sorry.
Izza and Lawrence from Insecure.
Oh.
Darla and Ralph from Queen Sugar. I've never seen Queen Sugar, so I don't know.
She was a crackhead.
We got Quentin and Shelby from The Best Man.
Okay.
Moesha and Q.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Miranda and Ben from Grey's Anatomy.
Never saw it.
I never saw that.
Tasha, you will appreciate this one. Maya and Darnell.
Yes, I was gonna say they have to be
from
on
Girlfriends.
there.
Yes.
Brother Kenny, I don't know if you signed up yet. We got P Murder, Little Murder, and Uncle Clifford.
Oh yeah.
Ghost
come
and
back on yet?
Tasha.
No.
No, not yet.
Honey and Bert, we got y'all counterparts in here. We got Ghost and Tasha.
You know what?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all are in the mix. And we got James in Florida.
Oh, I was going to ask you that.
Okay.
Good time.
Bernie and Wanda from the Bernie Mac Show.
Okay.
Okay.
Michael and Jay from My Wife and Kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
if you could think, and that's the list, but if you
I
want
have
to
a
add
couple.
anybody, we're going to be going through and what we can glean, good and bad, from these couple. Go ahead, Hannah.
From Blackish, not the Lawrence Fishburne. I forget their names. Lawrence Fishburne and
Ooh.
from Blackish.
So anybody we want to add, we can pull them up on the spot, but we're going to have a healthy, robust conversation because Tasha, tell the family real quick as we close out what you were saying about you as you're going back watching Martin, and this will give you a little precursor to how the show is going to go.
So you know how you normally you may catch like a few episodes here and there, but I went back to season 1, episode 1, and I'm watching it consecutively. And by today's standards in modern society, Martin would have been 100% toxic and a fucking walking red flag because with the shit that he did to Gina, he played around entirely too fucking much.
Step, Gina.
Leave it there. Leave it there. That's what the conversation is going to look like. That we're going to revisit these couples, and it ain't gonna all be a nice conversation. Some of the most iconic couples, we're gonna talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. That's gonna be Saturday's conversation. So I hope you guys join us. The Saturday shows are light. Bring your liquor, bring your smoke, get comfortable. We are going to have a fun time going down memory lane and talking about these couples. And Carol says, Tasha, she can see that. And that's again, what was in the, we look at them and we think, oh man, I got to look at this from a different angle now. So that's what we're going to be talking about. Anyway, folks, anybody, I'm sorry?
It's 7 on Saturday?
Yeah, usually it's 7.
Okay.
7 o'clock. So, but I do notice that a lot of times people are joining us later. But we want to keep it at 7. We made it at 7 because it still gives you a chance to have your Saturday night afterwards. Yeah. So, so hopefully we'll see the fam. Usually Kenny's able to join that show. But again, invite some people to view it, to pop in. It's going to be a fun conversation. And again, in case people don't know, Real Talk is about being able to agree to disagree without being disagreeable. So all opinions are welcome. And the invitation stands that if you want to come on live, all you got to do is let us know. It's an open invitation. So as we close out for our midweek, I'll close out by saying, what is one thing you guys want to share with us? I'm going to start with you, sis. Sherry didn't say as much tonight because she's battling a cold. So sis, yeah, she's feeling a little under the weather, and she didn't know she was even going to make it. But I told her, look, we don't care about a little coughing. Come on, sis. So, but sis, what's one thing you want to share as we head into the rest of the week? Anything you want to share or anything you want to add?
I don't have nothing to add. I'm just listening.
Okay. My favorite couple. Anything you want to add to send us off so that we can wrap up the rest of our week?
I would say for any couples, never stop dating. And when I say dating, you don't have to go out and spend a bunch of money to date. But I never stop dating because the chemistry falls off when you stop adding.
Absolutely.
It's taken away from your relationship.
I love that. I love that. Brother Bert, you want to add anything to the wife's comments?
Yep. Listen to yourself, live in the moment, and just enjoy the ride. You already have enough that can wind up making you feel a certain way sometimes, but when things are positive and they're going right, live in the moment and ride that thing out.
Amen, brother.
Ride that thing out. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Fellas,
my
ride
Lord.
that thing out.
Amen. 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 Amen.
Gotta go left.
Amen. Big dog, Tasha Mack, what you want to send us off the rest of the week with?
Enjoy the rest of your week. Be safe. I know there might be some bad weather coming for certain areas uh going into the remainder of the week, and just be safe.
Yeah,
There's crazy stuff going on in every city right now.
Yep.
So, just enjoy, be safe.
Mine is simple, folks. Don't forget to laugh.
that's right.
There's a lot of crazy shit that's happening all around us, and we all got individual stuff that's going on in the background. And I truly appreciate each and every one of you showing up, and Carol and Kenny and whoever else pops in. Don't forget to laugh. We can't take this shit with us, folks. And we all got to go to work. We ain't hit the lottery yet. So you know what?
Shit.
Don't forget to laugh, because it right now I'm not in a relationship. So you know what keeps me going and keeps me healthy is being able to laugh. Nothing is so serious. If we're above ground, don't forget to laugh. Reach out to people that enrich you, that build you up, and that can give you a good laugh. There's value in that. And I know me, Sherry, Tasha, we talk almost every day. We talk multiple through the week. And if we're not talking, with texting, and just kind of keep in contact. You have to keep your circle close and be good to the people that's good to you. Surround yourself with people that make you laugh.
That's right.
So,
Definitely.
all right, folks, right off. I'm gonna go shower and watch me a little basketball and get into the NBA.
Yeah.
But we on the other side. Love you guys. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Always keep it real. Peace out.
Okay, good night, everybody.
All right.
Go better.